Good morning, friends. I'm Siddharth Singh. I have a bachelor's degree in biotechnology and a master's degree from Indian Institute of Technology, and currently I'm pursuing my PhD in biotechnology. So the reason I'm starting this YouTube channel is I've come across a lot of people who suggest me to read a lot of books when I ask them how to be successful. So the main reason I'm starting this YouTube channel is uh, to help those people who wants to read more books and they can't afford them. So in this channel, what I'll be doing is I'll be giving book summaries of a variety of books, basically more towards self-improvement books, and I'll go through those books chapter wise and help you understand what the author wants to say so that you don't have to purchase those books and you can save a lot of money from those because some of these books are a lot of expensive. So the main aim of the starting this YouTube channel is to make people aware what all kind of books are there in the world and how they can self-improve for free. A small request for all those people who are the first viewer on my YouTube channel is if they liked my video, then they please hit share, like, and subscribe. And if they don't like, then they are free to dislike the video. First book that from which I'm starting my YouTube channel is the name of the book is Secret. As you can see, it is written by Rhonda Byrne, and I have purchased this book recently. I was not aware of what kind of book this is. I was just wandering in the bookshop and this came across, and and just out of some inner desire, I purchased this book. And the book shopper, the owner of the book shop, told me that this is the best book in their collection. So I purchased it, and so the main of all coming to the book, what how do I like this book? I would say out of 5 stars, I would give it this book as 4.5 because everything is precise and easily readable to the reader and easily understandable. So without further ado, I'll go into the book, what the book talks about. The books basically talks about how you can achieve anything, maybe whatever it is. It may be a big car, it may be a big home, it may be $100 billion, or whatever your imagination can think of. This book will help you achieve all those things. It can be anything, literally anything. So the first coming to the first chapter of this book, the first I'll go through the contents. The first is a forward to the 10th anniversary edition, then forward, then acknowledgements, then the first chapter is the secret revealed. Now I'll open the chapter and let's discuss what is written in this secret revealed chapter. The first quotation in the secret revealed book is from Bob Proctor. He is a philosopher, author, and personal coach. The secret gives you anything you want: happiness, health, and wealth. So this is the recommendation of a famous philosopher. He is saying that this book can give you anything you want. It is whether it is happiness, health, and wealth. Another famous metaphysician, Dr. Joy Vitale, is saying you can have, do, or be anything you want. So what is the secret? The secret is, as the book reads, what is the secret? I'll tell you how, and I have come to understand it. The author writes, we all work with one infinite power. We all guide ourselves by exactly the same laws. The natural laws of the universe are so precise that we don't even have any difficulty building spaceships. We can send people to the moon and we can time the landing with the precision of a fraction of a second. Wherever you are, India, Australia, New Zealand, Stockholm, London, Toronto, Montreal, or New York, we are all working with one power, one law, its attraction. So the secret of the book, the main secret which the author wants to know, which the author wants to tell, is law of attraction. The law of attraction basically means, as in the author says, everything that's come into your life, you are attracting into your life, and it's attracted to you by virtue of the images you are holding in your mind. It's what you are thinking, whatever is going on in your mind, you are attracting to you. So basically, the secret is, uh, if you want anything, then you should have a deep desire for it. And according to the laws of universe, the law of attraction says that if you have a deep desire of anything, then it will automatically comes to you. And the time on how much it will take to come to you will depend on how much you have, how much longingness you have for that thing, how much deep desire you have, uh, how much you can believe in yourself that you will have this thing. This all depends on this thing. The stronger the belief you have, the sooner the thing you will get. And it is literally anything. The author says it is the law that determines the complete order in the universe, every moment of your life and every single thing you experience in your life. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are, the law of attraction is forming your entire life experience. And this all powerful law is doing that through your thoughts. You are the one who calls the law of attraction into action, and you do it through your thoughts. In 1912, Charles Haanel described the law of attraction as the greatest and the most infallible law upon which the entire system of creation depends. The next thing which the author wants to know, which author wants to tell, is the like attracts like. We all know that if there are two magnets, there is a North Pole and South Pole. Sorry. The second thing author wants to tell is like attracts like. Like he says, you are the most powerful magnet in the universe. You contain a magnetic power within you that is more powerful than anything in this world, and this unfathomable magnetic power is emitted through your thoughts. Now, the next paragraph, he's saying, have you ever started to think about something you were not happy about? And the more you thought about it, worse it seemed. That's because as you think, one sustained thought, the law of attraction immediately brings more like thoughts to you. In a matter of minutes, you have gotten so many like unhappy thoughts coming to you that the situation seems to be getting worse. The more you think about it, the more upset you get it. Basically, what the author wants to say, if you are upset for a day, for example, then if the single thought which you have that you are upset, it brings more negative thoughts or more sad thoughts to your mind, and which will eventually turn into events in your the day on your that particular day. So what basically means that the stronger the feeling you have, whether it is a positive feeling or whether it is a negative feeling, more thoughts it will like try to accumulate, and eventually those thoughts will turn into the events in your life. Like if you are expecting a bad day in your day, a bad day in the morning, then it will surely converts into a bad day. And if you're starting your day with that, like, I'm very grateful for the day that I have a wonderful day at my disposal, then slowly and gradually that day will becomes a wonderful day for you. Another famous author and international speaker, Mike Dooley, he says, the principle can be summed up in three principal words. Thoughts become things. The better you think, the better things you will get in your life. Now, the author is saying that if this is so easy that you just have to imagine things and you just have to keep yourself positive, then why isn't everybody is achieving their dreams? Why is it so difficult? Why there is a difference in the poor and the richer? The richer is getting richer, the poor is getting poorer. Why it is so? So the author tells us that the reason why people are not getting, or why the people are not living their desired life, is because the people are not focusing on what they want. People, or majority of the people, are focusing on what they don't want. For example, if a guy is having a bad boss, so what he is focusing is, he's focusing on, he's constantly praying to God that that he don't want this his boss, he don't like his boss. So the universe don't understand the meaning of the word don't. So you have to send the message to the universe, or you have to constantly think in your thoughts that my boss is good. If you think that your boss is good, then you slowly you will see that your boss automatically becomes good. And if you're constantly thinking that my boss is not good and if I don't want my boss, so you're sending a message to the universe, or you're thinking to yourself, your constant thought is this: I don't want my boss. But since the universe don't understand the word don't, so what the universe is getting the message is you want your boss. So that's why your boss or anything you don't like is the way it is, because you're asking the universe to give the things in a negative way. Like the author in the next few chapters, the author is telling the process of how you can achieve maximum benefits to the law of attraction. It is a three-step process, or basically it is a four-step process, you can say it. The first step is you have to ask. The author is saying the universe is built by some supreme power, and it is built by the philosophy that whatever you desire, it will give it to you. And the time it will take, as I previously told, and the time it will take to fulfill your desire is depending upon how deep your desire is, how much longingness you have for that desire. So the first step in achieving your goals is to ask. You have to constantly ask from the God, or from the Almighty, or the Supreme Power, in whichever power you believe. You have to send a message on a daily basis, or rather, you will say whenever you get a free time in your day, you have to complete these three processes. The first is the ask, in which you have to ask the thing which you want. It can be anything. It can be a $1 billion home. It can be you becoming a superstar. It can be you owning a big car, a big motorcycle, or anything you want, whatever desire you have in your life. You just have to ask. Now, the second point is you have to believe. Believe. What does this mean? Believe is basically when you ask the things from the universe, then you have to believe that you have already got this thing. You have to believe that you have already owned that thing, and your belief should be so much strong that you actually have that thing. The belief, like if I told you that you have this bottle, like I have this bottle, and even if anyone says that I don't have this bottle, I won't change my mind, like, because this is the real thing in my hand. So your belief should be such strong that you actually own that thing. And the stronger the belief, the stronger the vibes you are sending to the universe. I'm repeating it again. The stronger the belief that you have a particular thing, anything you have, anything you want, the stronger the belief you have, the stronger it is. The thing will come to you in much less time. So uh, this is the second step. You have to believe, and the third step is you have to receive. So first is ask, then believe, and then receive. Receive is what you have to do in the third step. Receive is after you got the thing, you believe that you have that thing. And the third step, receive, what you have to do in receive is you have to feel the feeling of having that thing in your hand. Like if you want a car, then you believe it that you own a car, and then imagine your hands behind the wheel of that car, and feel that joy or happiness, whatever the feeling you will have if you actually own that car. Basically, it is a feeling of happiness. So you have to feel very happy, or exactly the same feeling you have to feel if you are actually owning that car. So this is receive, and the fourth step is you have to be you know be thankful to the Almighty that the thing you have, you got that thing. So it's just very simple four-step process. First you have to ask, then you have to believe, then you have to receive, and then you have to say thank you. So I'm reading the summaries of the first chapter. Is the great secret of life is the law of attraction. The law of attraction says like attracts like, so when you think a thought, you are also attracting like thoughts to you. Thoughts are magnetic, and thoughts have a frequency. As you think thoughts, they are sent out in the universe and then magnetically attract all the things that are on the same frequency. Everybody sends out returns to the everything sends out returns to the source. you. You are like a human transmission tower, transmitting a frequency with your thoughts. If you want to change anything in your life, change the frequency by changing your thoughts. Your current thoughts are creating your future life. What you think about the most or focus on the most will appear as your life. Your thoughts become things. Another thing which is author is focusing on this book, how do you decide? It's quite some time it becomes difficult to decide that you are having a bad day or bad thoughts, because you are so indulged in them that you forgot that you are having bad thoughts. So a simple process to judge those things is to ask yourself how you're feeling. If you're feeling happy, then automatically your thoughts will be good. And if you're feeling bad, it's it's a natural phenomena which happens to human beings, that if they are feeling bad, then they are constantly thinking in their mind that something bad is about to happen, or something bad thoughts they are having in their mind. So it's a very simple way to judge if you are having a bad thoughts in your life, or bad or good thoughts in your life. That ask yourself how you are feeling. If you're feeling good, then you are having a good thoughts in your mind, and if you're feeling bad, then you are having bad thoughts in your mind. Another approach which another thing which is author saying in this book is, if you're having bad thoughts, and how do you remove those bad thoughts? He's saying that a dark room cannot be lightened, or a darkness cannot be removed from more darkness. So the more negative thoughts you have, they cannot be removed by more negative thoughts. They can only be removed by filling your mind with positive thoughts. So it's like for example, in the dark room example, the darkness of the room cannot and only be removed if you light a bulb in that room. It cannot be removed if you put more darkness into the room. Likewise, in our life, if you want to remove the bad thoughts, you have to put more positive thoughts in your life, so that the positive thoughts will automatically eliminate the bad thoughts. Now, coming to the summary of the second chapter, the law of attraction is a law of nature. It is as impartial as the law of gravity. Second, nothing can come into your experience unless you summon it through persistent thoughts. Third, to know what you're thinking, ask yourself how you're feeling. Emotions are valuable tools that instantly tell us what we are thinking. It is impossible to feel bad and at the same time have good thoughts. Your thoughts determine your frequency, and your feeling tells you immediately what frequency you are on. When you feel bad, you are on the frequency of drawing more bad things. When you feel good, you are powerfully attracting more good things to you. Secret shifters, such as pleasant memories, nature, or your favorite music, can change your feeling and shift your frequency in an instant. This is an example. Like if you are having a bad day, or if you are having a bad mood, then how do you change your mood suddenly so that you avoid getting more negative thoughts? You have to make a list of thoughts or list of things which makes you happy. So the moment you the moment you ask yourself that you are feeling bad, that means that you are having bad thoughts. So you have to immediately jump to that list, which whatever the things they make you happy. It can be anything. It can be simply imagining you sitting in the park, or it can be imagining you playing with your cat or dog, whatever it is. You have to jot down the list and immediately jump to those lists. The reason why I'm asking, or why the author is asking to prepare a list, because sometimes what happens is a single thought or a single thing is not able to help you to avoid the negative thoughts. So if one thought is not working, then they move to the second thing. Then if second thing is not working, then move to the third thing. Then constantly repeat them. So eventually you will get the feeling there of feeling good. Now let's consider one example, that how you can apply the secret to your body. Like most of the people are suffering from overweight these days because of the eating fast food. So how you can apply this principle? You are getting This author believes that you are getting fat not because of the food. The food cannot do anything to your body unless and until you believe that it is doing. If you're saying yourself that the fast food is making you fat, you are helping the food, or you are actually believing that fast food is making you fat, which is which you can reverse. If you think that fast food is not making me fat, it cannot make you fat. Basically, most of the people are overweight because they're thinking that they are overweight. They are not concentrating what they want. They are concentrating what they do not want. So the universe, as I previously said, the universe don't understand the difference between don't and the thing which you want. If you're including a negative word in your thoughts which you're sending to the universe, then the universe will assume them as a positive thought. And the more you think about this, and the more thoughts you will accumulate to yourself, and eventually those thoughts will turn into events in your life. So that is the process. That is why you are not getting that is why you are getting fat. So basically, if you are fat or if you are overweight, then you don't have to think that you are overweight. You have to focus on thinking, achieving that I want to achieve my perfect weight, or I want to achieve a lean figure. You don't have to focus on the overweight. You have to focus on what you want to achieve. Here's a line that I want to read from the book is: expectation is a powerful attractive force because it draws things to you. As Bob Proctor says, desire connects you with the things desired, and expectation draws it into your life. Expect the things you want and don't expect the things you don't want. What do you expect now? So basically, the author wants to say that you have to expect good things in your life. The more good things you expect, the more good things will come into your life. Here is another example which I want to quote here in this book summary. The power of gratitude, which the four-step process I told you, the feeling thank you, saying thank you for the things you have achieved. This is the example for that. This is an example for Lee Brower. He's a wealth trainer and a specialist, author and teacher. He's saying, I think everybody goes through times when they say things aren't working right or things are going bad. Once, when there were some things going on in my family, I found a rock and I just sat holding it. I took this rock, I stuck it in my pocket, and I said, every time I touch this rock, I'm going to think of something and I'm grateful for. So every morning when I get up in the morning, I pick it up off the dresser, I put it in my pocket, and I go through the things that I'm grateful for. At night, what do? I empty my pocket, and there it is again. I have said I have I have had some amazing experiences with this idea. A guy from South Africa saw me drop it. He asked, "What is that?" I explained it to him, and he started calling it a gratitude rock. 2 weeks later, I got an email from him in South Africa, and he said, my son is dying from a rare disease. It's a type of hepatitis. Would you send me 3 gratitude rocks? They were just ordinary rocks I found off the street. So I said, sure. I had to make sure that the rocks were very special. So I went out to the stream, picked out the right rocks, and sent them off to him. 4 or 5 months later, I got an email from him. He said, my son's better. He's doing terrific. And he said, but you need to know something. We have sold over 1,000 rocks at $10 a piece as gratitude rocks, and we have raised all these money for charity. Thank you very much. So it is very important to have an attitude of gratitude. Another thing which I want to add here, the author is saying that apart from doing all the 4 processes, which I just got the ask, believe, receive, one more thing, and thank you, and one more thing you have to visualize those things in your hands, like in previous like earlier I told that you have to visualize things. If you want a car, then you have to visualize your hands behind the steering of your car, feeling that car and feeling that joy or happiness, whatever you feel. The power of visualization is very important in believing what you have. Now the next chapter is the secret to money. It's no different than the secret to health or the secret to weight and the secret to your anything. It's the same thing. You just have to repeat the three steps: ask, believe, receive, and thank you, and include the visualization part of that to it be more effective. So if you want $100 million in your account, then you have to ask that you want $100 million in your account, and then you have to believe that you already have $100 million in an account, and you have to feel thank you for those things. The thing that the author wants to add here is he's telling a case study. The story goes like this: there is a woman who is expecting a husband for her, but she's not able to get him, even if she is doing all the 3 steps as told in this book. The ask, believe, receive, the process she is doing completely fine. But when the author studied her, she finds that she is not her actions are not in alignment with the desires she have. Like she is still parking her car in the garage in the middle spot, so she is not expecting a car from her husband. Like a second thing is she is sleeping in the middle of her bed. uh, Sleeping in the middle of the bed is sending a signal to the universe that you are not expecting anyone to sleep besides you. So another thing which the author noticed is the wardrobe of the lady is full of only her clothes. She's not leaving any space for the man which he is asking for him, which she is asking for her life. So the moment the author told her, the moment the lady changes all these things in a few days, the lady met a perfect, a wonderful guy, and they married and they are living a happy life. So my this is the summary of the book, The Secret, and I hope you liked it. Uh, I'll be doing more videos on the book reviews I'm reading. So one suggestion to all the guys or all the persons who are viewing or who are seeing this video is start reading books. The books can change your life. Remember, in the childhood we used to write an essay on books. So the one common thing which we write in the essay is books are the man's best friend. I'd never believed those things till I started reading books. I was like a normal guy who hates books, like normal books. Even the study books I hate, the normal books. The only books I like was the magazines because they have more photographs in them. But uh, recently there are some events in my life which forced me to think over this issue that why I'm not reading books. What harm can it bring to me? So the moment I believe that I can read the books, and then it won't I thought that it won't harm me and it won't benefit me, so why not just try it? And the moment this is my first book of the reading, and this book has completely changed my point of view to how I'm seeing the things, and I must admit that after reading this book I'm feeling a lot more happy because there's some secret. The secret which I told you, the law of attraction, is very 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 powerful, and the moment you believe that you have that power within you, then you can change your life. So my suggestion is read as many as book as you can, and this is the motto for my YouTube channel here is I can provide the summary of those books to the readers or to the viewers who cannot afford to buy the books because these books are expensive. Some of you don't have any hesitation to buy expensive books, but there are some people who don't have the money to buy the books. So this is the book. The book summary channel is for only for those viewers who cannot afford the books and still want to learn how the world operates or how they can improve themselves. I hope you like this video, and if you do like the video, then please hit like, share, and please, if you are a new subscriber, if you are a new viewer to my channel, then please subscribe because I'll be bringing more books. I'll be bringing a video per week, or bi-weekly I'll bring a video for the new books depending on how my schedule is, because I'm a PhD student, so I have a lot of research responsibilities. So I'll do my best to bring more books to you, and hopefully we all work together and lead a happy life. Thank you.